Welcome to Fireteam, Chad, IGN's Destiny show. Joining me today is Sean Finnegan.
Hello.
Fran Mirabella.
Hey, Guardians.
And we have a ton of exciting stuff to talk about. Bungie did their big stream reveal today. We're getting a new Prison of Elders, new weapons. There's some new enemies coming. Let's hop right in and talk about it. Fran, we have a bullet-pointed list of
can
notes.
I go over the bullet points really fast?
Yes.
And then we'll dive in, I guess. The important need-to-know information.
Yes.
Light level cap has been raised to 335. The Prison of Elders is back, called the Challenge of the Elders, and it's at level 41. And it has checkpoints. Yes, they listened. That's awesome. We'll talk
That's
more
really
about
good. Checkpoints are great.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. But it comes with other rules. We'll talk about that. The original Prison of Elders will still be available, so you can still play that if you're leveling a character or new to it. King's Fall Raid will actually be updated. The normal drops will drop at 320.
Yeah.
Well, the drops are just getting updated to accommodate the new light level.
Normal 320, hard.
Hard at 330. And then they have a new quest, which they've talked about before, Blighted Chalice Strike, as a reminder, and a new strike, the Taken Strike, which is basically the Archon Priest, and we saw a little bit of that just in screenshots.
The Winner's Run Strike.
The Winner's Run Strike.
That's right.
Old trusty.
Yeah. Actually, I like that one. I like that one. Yeah.
So, that was sort of the need to know. I just wanted to break that out at the top. But, man, I think we're going to go all over. There's so much to discuss in here.
So let's start with those checkpoints, because there's a caveat to that point. Yeah. How does it work?
Yeah.
So it seems...
You're all looking at me. Yeah, I didn't make the game.
It seems like you definitely were like
I was
all over this stream. You're like, oh my God.
So we should clarify a few things. That working at IGN today, Destin was working on the stream, publishing all this information. So he's like back and forth between his keyboard. I was like live tweeting stuff. Sean, I think, was probably producing content
something else,
as well as like
I did
looking.
not get to watch the stream.
So we're still catching up. But that being said, okay, so here's the deal. Challenge of the Elders, the big twist is that, yes, there will be checkpoints. There's randomized bosses. It sounds like there's going to be 8 total bosses, but it's 4 new ones. So what I take away from that, I think there were 4 before. They're going to update and put a twist on them, but there's 4 new ones. But the bigger twist is that it is going to be point-based. You buy a card, which is called the Elder's Sigil, and it's kind of like buying the card for Trials from Brother Vance. And so you get 1 per week for your character. And what you want to do is get 90,000 points.
That's to get the best thing you can possibly get. Piece of gear.
So this is the only part I'm not 100% sure on. They said it was 335 drops, but I don't know if it's the chance at 335. Armor, by the way, is what they said specifically. I think they were being a little vague, but they definitely said 335, that's where you get it. So the end game now is in Prison of Elders. If you were just paying attention, right? King's Fall, hard drops, only 330. So you're not going to get 335 right now out of the King's Fall raid. Oh, and I think I heard that 335 artifacts will be dropping from the Court of Oryx, to be confirmed, but I'm pretty sure I read that in the slurry. But anyway, so here's roughly how it works. The flurry of information is what I meant to say. It was a slurry as well. So 90,000 cumulative points. So we're a fire team going in. So the first thing you're thinking is like, oh man, I got to get 90,000 points. Technically, if you're just in the team, you guys do all the work, quote unquote, I can benefit from those cumulative team points.
Yeah.
So what you can do is keep checking in all week, getting back in there with your card, and it's like a punch card at a sandwich shop.
You want to get it to 90,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a punch card at a sandwich shop, basically. You just got to get all your punches in there, and then you get a free sandwich, which is 335.
Yeah.
So do you think the points are, I mean, obviously you're working towards it as a team, so does that mean like it's mostly time-based, like the faster you do it, the more points you're getting?
No.
Like
it's like
how efficient, how many times you're dying?
It's like assisted kills, but you're saying is there a bonus for time?
What I'm saying is like
Yes,
what
there
factors
is.
influence how many points you get?
So they didn't reveal that, but if you watch the stream, one thing I picked up on, so everything is, well, not everything, but a lot of stuff contributes to points. Generating orbs contributes to points. I think there will even be specific pieces of the challenge that week, whether it's this burn or this thing that might help. But precision shots, right, added more time, I think, of what you did. So
kills, how things are killed, assisted kills.
All of the above.
Those are the obvious ones.
For example, when your team wipes, it dings your whole scorecard. And so, boom, whatever, you lose 5,000 points, just as an example. So it's weird. It's very
you probably lose the points that you gain during that segment. I don't think it would take away 5,000 from your total score, would it?
That's a great point.
That could be rough.
So I watched it on the stream, and it was fairly significant. But you might be right, actually, that it just takes away at most what you've earned.
What you earned from that segment. Otherwise, it's eating into like what I did yesterday, and I'm like, no, like I screwed up and my whole team wiped immediately. Don't take away all my points.
Yeah,
from
that's
yesterday.
true.
You know,
There's it's kind of like
we'll have to try it out and figure out for sure.
It's good incentive not to wipe.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like what the is it the last word quest or is it chaperone or whatever your cumulative
Oh,
KD
those
are
like that
so
does
annoying.
like you go up and then back down. I think you're right. That's a safe way to do it.
I signed into that old mode where you could just team up with your friends and just come over here and let me kill you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
like-
I tried it legit for so long and I'm just
So-
like, no.
The last word was my gun.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
had no problem actually getting last word kills when to do that quest. But on a second character,
That's the chaperone quest. Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Though, it was like you had to get last word kills, right? But on the second character, I just went into Rumble with 3 of my
Yeah.
friends and was just like, "Where are you guys?"
Yeah.
And just they let me kill them.
Yeah.
I've seen that happening before.
It's like, okay, I got past that dumb part.
But anyway, it's a new mechanic. So what I think is maybe for discussion, okay, we're super happy that there's checkpoints. And maybe we can talk about what we think of Prison of Elders in general. But this seems to indicate I'm going to have to play a required amount of time.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, so here's my
'Cause I used to just be
hesitance
able-
optimism with it. I kind of burn out on Prison of Elders already, and they said this was going to be a huge update, like everything's getting updated, but it really feels like the focus is on this new Prison of Elders challenge.
They never said it was going to be a
know.
huge update. They said
it was going to be sizable.
significant. I think was the exact word.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. It's not timed, so it's something that's coming to the game permanently. So maybe that's significant. Maybe to them that requires
Significance
or
of-
merits it getting the significant tag.
Well, significant's
Yeah.
a nice word to use because you
Yeah,
It's
each
relative,
subjectively
yeah.
yeah.
that they do think it's significant.
Yeah.
You may not.
No, I agree. I'm surprised it's so focused.
Yeah, but
You know.
but well, first just let's focus on the you have a mode where now you have to play and accumulate points.
Yeah.
And
I
until
like
you get
this.
there,
Yeah.
you can't go to the final room and do your thing. I believe is how it works.
I
There's
don't
no
think-
treasure keys required, by the way. So I'm sorry. If you want to get the 335 drop, I'm not sure exactly how you go collect it.
You don't do the final encounter until you get 90K.
Yeah, but you have
Yeah.
to. And I don't know if the final encounter is driven by 90,000 points, but either way, you can't get that 335 drop until you've got it. So meaning, what if it takes an hour to do that? So the checkpoint's good, but no longer if you're just the way it used to work, which was annoying actually, is if you were in Prison of Elders, right? You try to warp in while people were dying between matches.
Oh, yeah.
To just finish Skolas and
I
get it out of
forgot.
the way.
I forgot you could do that.
Oh man, yeah, that was the only way to do it. So they
Yeah.
added the checkpoint, but
Well,
I
no,
think,
that's not. You could do it legit, Fran.
well,
But
the-
yeah.
Well, no, but I meant is the only way to get in there and do Prison of Elders quickly was that, and hopefully you could even
Cheese
beat
it.
Skolas, was
Yeah.
cheese it. But it annoyed everyone that you had to play it from start to finish. But what if it basically takes the same amount of time to get those points? What's the difference? See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, nobody gets to cheese it then. So Bungie's solved their problem of, okay, nobody can cheese it. Everybody needs to do it at least once. But they can also spread it out throughout their week, right? So they could do
That's
a
what I was
little
gonna say,
Monday,
is
they could do a
like-
little Tuesday. They don't have to do it all in one sitting.
That's what I was
which
saying.
is
It's
what
like
was
as
hard.
long as it doesn't require you to do it in one sitting, I think having a time requirement on something like that, especially if it's going to be for the top tier reward in the game at that point, I don't see that being such a big deal.
Yeah.
So let
You
me
could
use-
do like, if let's say it's an hour, right? You could do 15 minutes Monday, another 15 minutes the next day.
But-
But the problem is with the rest of your team.
no, you can play with any team.
Well, yeah, you can play with any team, but if you're on the last mission and they're on the first one, you're like, okay, I have my 90,000 points. I really just want to do that last mission, but I have to carry you guys to it now.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then, yeah.
And that's where, again, I'm a little unclear on how you go and collect
Yeah.
your reward at that. Maybe you just go back to the reef. To
Maybe you
collect.
just go to Varix.
Maybe.
Maybe it's like a punch card thing.
yeah,
Okay, I got my 90,000
Free
points. give me
sandwich
my
from
good
Varix.
gear. Yeah, free sandwich. Yeah.
But the question.
I think that's probably how it would work. Otherwise, you get into this muddled mess.
So again, the question I'm asking is, how do you feel about the idea that they said, we heard you, we've listened, you're getting checkpoints?
I like it.
Caveat: it may take you the exact amount of time to play through this.
That's
Meaning-
fine because I can choose what days I spend that time. Like I can do 15 minutes Monday, I can do an hour Tuesday, and then another 15 minutes on Wednesday and wrap it up.
But to draw the parallel, let's say you just want to defeat Oryx. You go in, checkpoint, just do that part.
Yeah.
In Prison of Elders, if you want that 335 reward, you can't do that. You can't, meaning you can't.
You have to play through each segment.
You can keep playing the same end checkpoint until you have the points probably. But the point is you have to spend a certain amount of time to get that final reward. And so it becomes, like Trials where, sorry, you got to play all those matches, otherwise you don't get the reward.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with it. It's just
Yeah.
a little hoodwink of, we heard you, you get checkpoints, but what do they really do for you?
well, we heard you get checkpoints, but guess what? You still can't cheese it. You have to put in the effort to get that cool
Yeah,
gear.
and so I guess what I'm saying is it's actually awesome if we're playing as a fire team, we can go in and pick up where we left off with actually is a much needed mechanic.
Yeah, I
but,
mean, that's what I was going to say it allows you to do is like, let's
That's how
say,
raids work.
yeah,
let's
I
say
mean,
your team isn't that good, right? And you spend a whole lot of time just getting the first checkpoint, a whole lot of time. And, the night comes to an end, you're like, well, we all have to sign off, and tomorrow the checkpoint, like there is no checkpoint there. You have to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
That sucks. Now at least you don't have to start at the beginning. You can pick up where you left off.
Yeah.
I'm happy about it, by the way. I'm just saying the grind is so strong in the game, man. They always find a way. Of course, it's built on that. But
Yeah,
you have
well,
to get these 90,000 points.
I can't slight him for that. I think it's smart, actually, because you have to put in the work to get the gear. And I like that. I know what you're saying.
There's no more Golgoroth checkpoint. Sorry, not Golgoroth.
Gorgon chest.
Gorgon chest, sorry.
Yeah.
You knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
There's no more Gorgon chest, which I think honestly is fair. That was a little stupid.
Well, that's good. I would just sign on my alts.
Yeah.
Like, I already ran Vault. Can I just check out that one chest for the 2 exotics I need?
I just hope it doesn't take forever, that's all.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
Here's
an hour is
the
okay.
thing. I'll bet you it
Or
will
2.
take forever. You know why? Because as cool as this update is, this is all the stuff that we're going to get for another until Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
We'll get,
no, until the fall update.
We'll probably get
Which
like a
isn't gonna
weapon
be-
and a piece of armor.
Remember,
yeah,
they
I guess that's
clarified
true.
that
There's
the
that one
official
more.
Destiny 2 in
Still
full
6 or 8 months.
is 2017 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Announced at E3 this year.
Okay.
That's my guess.
But anyway, by the way, I'm super. Oh no, I don't think so. I think
You don't think they'll announce
they gotta focus
Destiny
on
2?
No, they got to focus on the fall update.
Oh,
We're not going to hear about Destiny
We're going to see a
2.
logo.
No,
That's a
you will
different
not.
conversation. Different conversation.
You're crazy.
But yeah.
Okay, so we need to know more probably about the
A
prison bubbles,
footnote.
right?
Destiny, all this stuff coming fall. Footnote, Destiny 2. And then Destiny 2 2017. We will see the Destiny 2 logo at E3
You're
2016.
dreaming, my friend.
We'll
hey,
see.
and by the way, here's a reason not to buy this big thing that we just showed you. Trust me, they won't do it. Okay, so a couple other things maybe we should talk about. That I'm just going to read things that I saw. We have this big sheet. Who on Reddit had collected all this, by the way?
Looks like M. No, it's DTG bot.
DTG bot. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, a couple things also to know. Varix, for example, on the score stuff, he'll take away some score. It had to do with the timer, depending on when you were supposed to be doing things. We know the prison's like that. So it is a timed event. Like I said, there's points for all kinds of stuff, from precision shots to orbs. What I did like was there's finally, this is really the first time that you saw it in the raids, but there's a score. You can see how much score you got versus the others. So there's a little
I like that little competition. Yeah.
I like that, that you can maybe, I don't know if there will be how there's Destiny Trials report on Guardian.gg or whatever, but it'd be cool if you had some constant, score rating. Or
Service
something.
record.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds familiar. Halo. Yeah.
And also relevant, they noted that engrams will drop, and as well you can complete bounties in there, right? Mm-hmm. Which is nice, because before you couldn't complete your bounties in prison. Right?
I like that engrams drop a lot.
Yeah, I think that will help. So the treasure room is only once per week. You don't need a key, so you're going to basically be going to 3 characters, I bet, though, right? You think it'll work on each character?
Better.
Yeah, I'm sure it will, right? Meaning this won't be where you only have 1 drop per week. It'll be it'll definitely be across all.
Because what would be the incentive to do it on other characters then if you can only get the chest once?
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be dumb.
Here's the only thing that I was kind of really? The raids 330?
Yeah.
So again, you're shoehorning us into that one avenue of progression of the Prison of Elders. So now the only way
it's
we
the
can
end game now, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's come on, give me those other avenues to do end game.
But what do you expect it to be?
Everyone's gonna look the same now. Anybody at endgame, they're all gonna be wearing the same gear. It's the same problems we keep running into with Destiny. I just want those other avenues to be open. Give us raid updates of all the raids. Hey, okay, you updated one raid to 330 light. Update them all to 330 light, so I can have different looking gear than Sean, different looking gear than you.
I'm with you on that. We talk about it every week.
I know. I'm just bringing the point home again. It's you're so close.
Yeah.
But you're still just
so far away.
Yeah, not giving us those other avenues of progression. It's because they want you to focus on the new content. They want you talking about it, the new stuff. but it's like
new stuff.
Yeah.
Which is the old stuff.
I don't think that's true. I've developed a new theory, by the way. I forget
Yeah.
if I mentioned it on the show. I think they have trouble maintaining the bug list, et cetera, across all these various things because it is a online, shared, persistent thing. And we've seen, like, just maintaining a raid, period. You fix one thing, it breaks another. So I'm wondering, is it hard to maintain Vault of Glass plus,
Well, of course it's hard.
Crota's End?
Yeah.
No, but can they actually do it with the team size they have?
Oh, maybe.
Because we've also heard...
They're probably fractured also because we know they're working on Destiny
Exactly.
too. So some people are doing that. Some people are doing this game. Some people are working on the DLC for the fall.
Because it is, to your point, it seems so easy.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you? In fact,
You
everybody...
just did it with one of the raids.
I
but
remember-
you're not touching the old ones. I don't get it.
Absolutely. Something's weird. Because I remember before Taken King was even out, I was like, this summer, very hard mode, Vault of Glass, right? It's
Yeah.
coming. Why
Yeah.
not? But nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm no game dev, right? But it's probably double-click the app for the raid, change the slider to 330, right-click export,
So
save
you
as.
think it's easy.
Done, right?
But yeah, I know you don't think it's that. But
That
do you-
easy, right?
Yeah. Do you think they are like...
No, I mean, I'm on
Technically
Destiny's
challenged.
side. Like, I want them to update the old raids and
course.
stuff. I can totally understand if someone on the dev side was like, listen, it's not that simple. And we
Please
don't
tell
have
us
the time.
why you can't do it.
There you go.
Yeah, just
You
like,
know.
That's the
Yeah.
real thing that's missing.
yeah, like we don't have the time, we don't
I
have the
love
resources
those
for working on
raids.
Destiny 2, whatever.
I love
That's
those
all
raids.
valid.
Why can't I
excuses
play
to
them
me,
anymore?
But just tell me, right?
Oh, you can play them. There's no reason for you to at all, but you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's
but
the
I
whole-
don't. Why?
That's the whole thing. Is
There's
like
no reason for
people
me to.
only. I only want to do something in Destiny if it's like right.
contributing to your progression.
Exactly. So give me a way to progress. One, that's step one. Make that way of progression fun, and then two, if you can, make it varied. Those are the 3 steps, right? Like other games like Diablo and World of Warcraft. And I hate to keep like bringing those games up. Do a really good job of this, like giving you all manners of different ways to progress, both in PvE and PvP. And so far, we just have seen Bungie kind of focus on one. Like a lot of the criticism in sort of the subreddits over the past 6 months has just been like, how come everything that Bungie does is PvP based? What about us PvE players? And so then they give you PvE stuff, but not to like the degree that you want. And so there's always
Yeah.
going to be whiners, but like.
This is good. I don't want to say
good.
this is bad. I'm happy about this. I like that Prison of Elders is
I
worth
just
going
wonder
back
if
to. I
it's-
like that it has checkpoints. I just, man, you just still have all this content that I have no reason to play.
Oh, totally. Well,
You know?
I also am a little wary about it being 6 or 8 months worth of content.
Yeah.
Like, how do I not just finish this in like I'm
month.
319?
May,
Yeah,
A month,
June,
yeah.
July, August, September. So about, if it comes out in September, I'm saying 5 months is what this needs to be.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, that seems to be the discussion you're having, by the way, which I think we need to know more.
We-
so
we do
instead
have-
of harping on all the stuff that's missing.
we do have 2 strikes.
I
you know,
will say,
so, yeah.
you got a couple strikes,
A few like story things.
a new quest,
gear.
a new big
Yeah.
quest.
Yeah.
new grind to 335. We know how getting to 320 felt. But that will fill some time, but it's only going to fill about a month, by the way. We
Yeah.
know it. I suspect Trials is getting an update. I think
Oh,
it'll
they
have.
said it is.
Did they confirm anything beyond that, though?
Well, they said
They said
Court of-
sandboxes are getting updated.
No,
right?
but they said all the stuff you normally do, like Heroic Strike playlist, Court of Oryx, Trials of Osiris, all of those things are coming up to light level 330 as well.
330.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not 335.
That's
for
in the
Trials.
Bungie weekly update.
Cool.
It
They
was in
updated a bunch of stuff.
It's like a footnote, like right at the very bottom.
so
Yeah.
happy to hear that plenty of things are getting updated to 330 light level seemingly easily.
Yeah. Like I
Raids.
said,
I'm
Slider.
making a point there.
Are you sure they said that about Trials in there?
Yeah, I saw it. I read it. It's on there somewhere. Just look around.
So much information today. But I'm a little bummed to hear that then though, because I was hoping Trials would at least drop a 335. Like, really, are we going to be back to that where I have to play Prison? Like, I have to?
Yep. This is what Destin's whining
Yeah.
about.
You don't. But
not
they're
Always
whining.
funneling you
Yeah.
towards
So
one
time out.
thing.
Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't Trials have a chance to drop 335?
Because they want you focused on the new content. They want you there. They want you talking about it focused. Hey, look over there. Look over there, because maybe you're right. They can't support 30 things that do that.
You finding it?
No.
You know?
It's on there. Are you on the Bungie Weekly update?
Yeah, yeah.
Can
Yeah,
I
it's
see?
like a.
But what I will say is, okay, there's a couple things about the way this works. So they were saying armor specifically drops from the cumulative point thing. So that's kind of your big objective to get new armor. But they said if you get the high score, on the card, the sigil for the
90,000.
No. Cumulative was like 90,000. High score was
Yeah.
a lower number or something. But
Oh,
that's
okay.
your high score. So
Got
that
it.
is personalized,
Yeah.
I believe. But the point is, that is how you get a weapon drop from Varix, is what they said. So does he drop 335 weapons, I guess?
So it doesn't
through that
specify the light level, but it does say difficulty and rewards have both been increased in Prison of Elders, Court of Orcs, Heroic Strikes, Nightfall Strikes, and in the Kingsfall Raid, as well as Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris.
Oh, that's so glad to hear that. All those great pieces of content are getting a light level increase. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah. So we don't know yet, to be fair.
Definitely don't do anything about the raids, though. That'd be so bad because that amazing content, people would play it then.
But that's the point. I think we're all saying, here's what I'm saying. When I look at this without even knowing more, I played Destiny 700-800 hours, whatever. I get it. It's going to be a month. I'm going to be, okay, I get it. Even like 2 weeks, maybe 3. What's so funny? Why are you laughing at me?
I'm just giggling at myself.
Oh, well, I'm glad you think you're
Justin's so angry.
I'm not really angry. I'm bummed because I love those raids. And
Yeah. They
they're,
will-
They're
I'm
still
sure
just
they'll
sitting
go.
there. They're probably trying to figure it out.
In Destiny
They're
2.
probably like, we're trying to figure it out, but
Yeah.
we can't say anything.
In
You
Destiny
made-
2, they'll raise the light level to 400, but those other raids will be 350.
you made the best point, which is
Destiny will be furious.
I want to stop talking about it on this podcast, and they
Yeah.
just tell me why. So
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
back to it another time.
Why, definitely.
So, where I was going with this is we don't know that Trials won't drop 335, but amount of content. Let's face it, we're talking like a month maybe. If you're a
Yeah.
new player, plenty of content.
Yeah.
We know that if it's your first time, there's gonna be a lot to do. This only adds to an already
You
robust
have
package.
to, like, what was light level recommendation? It was 280 or something like that?
260
Yeah.
is entry for prison.
Yeah.
That's just like the low level stuff. But
Yeah, but for this is
but the hard-
41, so you got to be up there.
But 320 for the hard mode.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
For
it's
this
called.
challenge of the elders or the
Yeah.
new prison of the elders
That's-
that's taking people. It's level 41 enemies.
Correct.
So you got to be really high light level.
Oh, 42, I think, actually. I saw
Yeah,
42s.
actually, you're right.
They're always above.
42s, yeah.
So anyway, the point is, I think it's only going to be about a month of content. I think that's why I hope Trials is more than just a 330 drop on the same Doctrine of Passing or whatever. Like, first of all, give me a 335 chance. That actually would solve a lot. It would make me want to play Trials a lot. But I also hope the sandbox updates that they're talking about are like we don't need to get into it now. But I'm
Return
so
of
tired.
Thorn.
Return of Thorn. Fix
Yeah.
it if it returns, but get rid of res sniping. We talk about that. Let's wait and see what they say with the guns and stuff. But what I'm getting at is that's my review of like maybe a month of content here for a hardcore player. I think that leaves 4 months of what we've been doing for the last 4 months, right? So I'm curious what you guys think with what we know. It's a little early to say.
Yeah.
We got a couple more updates, but where do you guys think it'll put us on amount of content? As
Like
experienced
time-wise,
players.
a month.
You agree?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
think it's going to be
Yeah.
significant?
I mean, I said that initially when you brought it up. I'm like,
I'll
this
bet
is probably
you-
a month. You're going to tear through those strikes. You're going to tear through
I mean,
the
I'll
new
bet you we
quests.
see people
Yeah.
hit 335 in
a week.
a week.
Yeah.
2
Well,
days, 3 days.
Because there's only
No.
one avenue for gear progression, and you can
Oh,
only
I
get
guess
it
that's
once a
true.
week, it'll be extended
Well,
sort of
No,
falsely.
I
remember
don't know.
now, yeah.
Let's put it this way.
But you can
It'll be
run 3
real
characters.
fast.
You can run
Yeah,
3
if you have the
characters.
same 3
With the
characters-
infusion mechanic, you can just infuse stuff up. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
gonna
like
get there
maybe a
fast.
lot of people have 320 stuff already like saved up that they
Yeah.
can just like infuse like really quickly.
You
up
guys
there.
know how it's going to go. To get to 330, no problemo. Because you can just play for a couple
Raid.
weeks.
Yeah.
Raid.
Yep.
Court of Oryx is the only way to get that 335 light drop.
Mm-hmm.
What about the bond? Where's that going to come from?
Wait, 335.
Iron Banner and
which,
Trials
which
of Osiris.
335 drop?
But we're missing a
Court of
piece.
Oryx.
Sorry, the artifact will drop at 335 in the Court of Oryx. They confirm that. So we're missing the bond.
Court of Oryx.
So far we've got armor,
Mm-hmm.
we've got guns, we've got an artifact that who says how often it drops? What if it only has a chance to drop once a week? I mean, we don't know how.
Then that would be so
It'd
not
be annoying.
frustrating.
I don't know, but the
Yeah.
point is, it's going to be hard to get the artifact, and then you're without a bond.
Mm-hmm.
So where's that going to come from? Maybe that's where Trials comes in. I don't know, but what I was getting at is
Well,
if
that
you,
would suck. People would be super pissed about that.
I'm still
if
not.
it comes from a PvP.
I still don't have my bond. So
Yeah.
You don't?
no.
You didn't get your chocolate one or whatever from the
No,
Valentine's
the
Day
ghost.
thing?
Oh wait, we forgot the ghost too. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's
the
right.
ghost as well. So we're missing components here. Where will they come from? SRL maybe, Iron Banner maybe. I
was
don't
gonna
know.
say
Well,
SRL is
Varix
a
will probably
joke.
give it to you. It'll probably be one of Varix's drops
Could be.
because he did a full armor set for first Prison of Elders.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But my point is, you're kidding yourselves that you're going to be 335 in 2 weeks. No, I don't think so. This is going to be
Three
I'll
characters.
bet you someone.
3 characters with the infusion mechanic.
You're always
right.
surprised at how fast people get to where they're going. In
Depends
these
on
games.
There's
how
gonna be
good
some
the-
dude on Reddit
Yeah.
that put in like that's his whole life, and he's deleting characters and playing them
But you
so that he can do
only
that
have
content again.
3 chances at what? 1 armor drop. So let's just I play 3 warlocks right now.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm kind of going back to that world. I know. I really want to start a hunter, but I'm going back to that world where I'm like, maybe I'll get all my 335 armor because I have a better chance.
It doesn't work like that now because of infusion, though. You don't need warlock. You don't need character specific.
True on
gear.
that. Good
So,
point.
yeah.
But I do. But to get the specific armor, if you want to keep wearing it, you want that.
Yeah.
But anyway, you get my point, right? It's going to be a grind. So I think getting to 335 is going to take at least a month, if not longer. I think this is planned to take longer. That's my
Now,
pure speculation.
The crazy player will be there in 2 weeks.
All right.
No, a week,
Go
a week and a
session.
day. Actually, it would be a week and a day whenever the reset happens.
A week and a day?
There's going to be people that just run it and
I'll bet
rerun
someone
it and delete a
spawns at
character.
335 as soon
Yeah,
as the
very
update
funny.
hits.
Sean's
Update
just
hits a
surly today.
335
Being
piece, Bungie.
facetious.
Did you not listen to anything I said? Where? The Ghost. Where? Bond. Where?
Well,
Yeah,
just because
we'll
we don't
see.
know doesn't
Yeah.
mean that it won't be like that. It will be
I know,
difficult.
but I've-
like, what
I
if
get
it just like
I'll give
what
him
if
2
the-
weeks.
Hey, I'm just trying to spice things up here. By
Two,
just-
Yeah.
two weeks and a day.
But I do think you
I'll
guys
say
are
2 weeks
crazy.
and a day.
If you look at the 320 grind, it was no joke.
Oh yeah, I'm still not at
And they're in
320.
complete control of your ability to get 335.
You know,
and they do not
you're
want
right,
it to
it's-
be too fast.
You're right, it's impossible. Because they're only going to give you 1 weapon type and they're only going to give you 1 armor type.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. You have 3
So,
chances
yeah.
per week. And so you
Okay.
only have 6 drops. You're already missing the Bond, the Ghost, and the Artifact.
Unless it's
blah, blah,
different
blah.
for each character type. Like if the hunter gets an arm piece and the,
I know,
the
but it's a
warlock
chance,
gets a
so
chest
meaning, yeah.
piece, and then you infuse, you could do it in 2 weeks and a day.
So this assumes, though, that your Varric's drop for the week could be any of the 3. But
Yeah.
what if it's only like he does? It's only an
All
assault
chest
rifle.
pieces.
It's
Yeah.
no, but he's the weapon drop is your
weapon-
high
yeah,
score.
darn.
So think about it. What if the weapon drop this week, because maybe that's how it works, is a specific weapon? So they'll control your ability to get special and so on and so on. So yeah, if you think no way, so I bet you want to redo your estimate now, don't you?
Yeah,
Thinking,
1 week.
Thinking
going down.
mathematically, I'll go back to a month.
Okay.
I think you can do it in a month, assuming that it's one of those things where he gives a different armor piece for each class.
Totally, yeah. But
Yeah.
you get to, who knows? I don't even.
If
wanna
it's
speculate.
not, there's 5 armor slots, a bond, your ghost, helmet, chest, legs. Right.
Yeah.
I think I got
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
No,
so
yeah, it's 4 and it's
so
9.
that's 5 weeks it'll take.
Well, if you get perfect drops, and again, it assumes that you can even get a 335 Ghost.
Somehow somebody will do it in a month. A month and a day.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to dwell on this,
Yeah.
but you're assuming
No,
that they're
this
going
is
to
fun.
release.
This is fun for me.
They have not said that the initial releases will allow you to get to 335. They said the cap will be 335.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah,
And
I
they
get
did
it.
that to us before, where we just couldn't get the stuff. So
Overall impressions, guys. Let's just
wait.
throw an arbitrary number score on this update so far.
7.8.
I'm not gonna score. It's way too soon.
I'm just kidding.
But
I'm gonna give it 7 Varrixes out of 900 Oryxes.
I'm 8 punch holes on my way to 12 for a free sandwich here. Or something like that.
Okay.
I have a feeling Destin's going to want to cut it off soon because we're almost to 30. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about how cool the armor looks, some of the weapons. Can we spend a little time
Yeah,
on
sure.
that?
The armor looks freaking fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Can we ju-
Tron-like.
The shader thing
Yeah.
we didn't discuss. Here, let's first do that.
All right.
Okay, first of all, in the cutscenes you see multiple times a hunter or 2 that have taken shader.
Yeah.
There's a rumor, there's data mining that suggests that actually you might be able to create your own shader someday. Maybe it's related to that, but possibly it's just a taken shader that you can get.
That stuff looks cool.
Yeah, in fact-
all the armor we saw in the promotional imagery and everything looks awesome. The character redesigns of the taken enemies look awesome.
So you-
artistically, they've never had a problem making cool looking stuff.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
art team is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking, by the way, on Bungie.net, the new April update. You can find some of these screens as well from the actual video. But
That taken sword.
yeah, there's a taken sword. There's some
Yeah.
really cool looking weapons. But there's this taken armor or shader. It's like House of
We kind of
Wolves.
covered on this last week, though.
Yeah,
you
you're
look
right.
taken when you put it on.
Yeah,
but
so they
we've
showed
seen it on a few different sets of gear, right?
But the point is, we don't know how you get it. I'm actually still speculating. So everybody thinks it's a shader.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to play devil's advocate that
It's an armor set.
You're looking at this Malik thing. There's this new thing. What if there's a Taken relic type
Set.
Oh.
No, that you become a Taken relic, so to speak. Like you know how
There's
you get
4 new
torn.
bosses and a new strike. Like maybe each set, each thing
But
you
he's
need
not
to
talking about an
collect
armor
is-
set. What are you
No.
talking about, relic?
I'm saying, what if it? So we haven't seen this outside of in game, right? Sorry, strikes and stuff. Like meaning, can you even wear this in the tower? First of all, I do think it's probably shader related. Maybe you earn it, but what if you become Taken or take on some Taken power to defeat, say, Malik or something?
Right.
Interesting.
You know, like they love their relics. Like
Yeah.
you're either carrying. Well, in Prison of Elders, it was just the cannon.
But
Nobody
all
knew
the,
what that
yeah,
was.
like each of the characters become Taken though, so you're all gonna look that way at one
Yeah.
point.
But what if What if only one of you and your team becomes Taken for some reason?
I think you all would at the same time because of the promotional
You have to,
imagery.
like,
You're
buddy
all
up
Taken.
Not in this one.
Well, not in that one, but in the other one, all 3 characters are taken, and it's just like that would be confusing marketing messaging, and Bungie wouldn't have allowed that.
Yeah.
So you can definitely all become that. So it's either a shader or an armor set or an event that takes place within a strike where you all become taken or
Yeah,
something.
and you have to like buddy up
Yeah.
the
Yeah, you know what? Maybe
AIs,
it's.
convince them that you're on their side.
Yeah.
It
And
honestly.
then you go
stab
back
them in the
default to
back.
glass, and surprise, it's a higher light level, and you get good stuff there again.
Right. So it's probably not that because I still don't, canon-wise, even though the story's all over the place, I don't know how you would become Taken and not.
Yeah.
But it's probably like Glowhu, if you remember from Crota's End,
That'd be
especially. Glowhu allowed you to be this super glowing blue. Everyone knew you beat Crota's End on hard mode, and maybe it's just that you defeat Prison of Elders, Challenge of the Elders, on which is the hardest. and
Oh
then you
yeah,
get
I
it
mean,
that way.
because like
random drop.
when you did Prison of Elders level 35 before, when it was the max end game, you got the ship. Maybe this is
Yeah,
just that.
something like that. I agree. Like it's a like I did it.
Yeah.
Look how Taken I am.
But
Now
but
we all just look black and white.
Yeah.
The
You know
Glowhu did
what?
that-
We don't want anybody to look
Yeah.
different. Just make them monochrome.
But it works
Or black and white,
But
yeah.
it works because, again, in sort of this grind and whatnot, you want to show people you beat that hard mode.
Yeah, totally.
Which is going to be hard. We know that. So it becomes a cool way to do that. Walk around the tower. You're like, oh man, he did it, and then you get
Yeah.
tired of it. You're right. You
Yeah.
don't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
I
What else
still
did you
use
want to
my
hit on?
PoE 35 ship.
Yeah.
It's the
I did
coolest
just
looking.
want to say, I really, for the first time, I think ever, armor release. I'm looking at all the armor, like these cool.
You like the Warlock
Oh, man.
a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Titan looks cool,
Titan
man.
looks
Yeah.
awesome.
He looks
With
all
that sword?
Tron-like.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Yeah, you've got like that LED under the car, like lined
Yeah.
lighting. It's really
Fast
cool
and
looking.
Furious, like
Yeah.
The Titan has
under-
a spoiler on his
undercarriage
back.
lighting.
Yeah, but I've always talked about, and even you see potentially the weaponry is getting some more like light up and glow. But I've always talked about like particle effects or glow.
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
looking really cool.
No, definitely.
Because
I'm
here's the
digging
deal.
the Warlock's gear
Yeah.
a lot. That red accent.
Yep.
Oh, very cool.
When you walk
Yeah.
around in the game, like it can be like your shader compared to the light in the world, it can be a little tough to tell
Yeah.
sometimes. This looks like it's really going to stand out, which I really think you need. Like,
Remember
think
when
of
my hunter had a bone circlet and a bone cape? This is way cooler than that.
the horns are coming back
Yeah.
as well, we know. So the Titan horns. But anyway, I thought that looked cool. I just wanted to make a mention of it. There's a billion other things we could talk about, but
You want to wrap it up?
we need more. We got to save some for future episodes.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Very excited about the new content coming. I can't wait to hop back into Prison of Elders.
Yeah.
With checkpoints so I can take breaks when
Yes.
like I need to grab a sandwich for lunch or something.
Free sandwich.
Yeah, free sandwiches with using Fran's punch card. Yeah.
Varric sub shop.
Yeah. Every week, I'm going to ask Bungie, please explain why you can't update the old raids,
Seriously.
or just
address
update
it.
them and surprise us. It would be nice to know why.
Yeah.
Because now hearing Sean caught in the notes, hey, we're updating everything else. Let's not talk about raids. Just the two amazing pieces of content that we put tons of man hours into. Let's not focus on those right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, we're even saying it, not talking about it yet. Like, the challenges are not even getting updated in Kingsfall. So a current raid still doesn't even get, like, different challenges? Because they just need to move the slider. Sean pointed it out.
Yeah, just
I mean,
file
it's like,
export.
right? Yeah, file export. Right click, save as.
Yeah.
But yeah, explain that to us. This, like, you started talking about the roadmap is coming, blah, blah, blah. You're sharing more, but this is a perfect example. Whether you even know what you're doing with it,
Just
more
lie to us, man.
transparency. We don't.
Lie to us.
We don't. No, yeah.
We're working on it.
Just lie.
We're doing it.
Just lie to us
coming.
blatantly. We're working on it. Destiny 2's out. Hey, you said you were working. Yeah, look at Destiny
We are, yeah.
2.
It's still happening. When? No. It's coming.
Maybe that's so. There's a perfect example though. Maybe the hard reality.
That's totally what I would do if I was a dev.
Oh yeah, working on that.
Actually, the truth is, it's easier said than done because if they have to face us and
To
tell
lie to us?
no, but
Do what Sean would do. Just
Exactly.
blatantly lie.
if they have the exotic angle
Yeah.
here, if they have to lie to us.
You know where I can't get those?
Well, they're not gonna
Balls
do
of
that.
glass.
Think about
Sorry, I'm
it. If
losing my
you
train of thought.
lied all the time, that would actually establish a great baseline
You guys
for
are
what
being
to
idiots.
expect,
No,
right?
it's-
Because the audience would have
Stop,
no
stop.
idea.
All right. You totally made me lose my train of thought. That's why I grabbed this. What I was going to say is, it's easy to say, just tell us what's up. But the reality is, if they have to tell you, it's too hard, guys. It's honestly not coming back anytime soon.
Yeah.
Revolt. So I get
So,
it
yeah,
if that's
lie.
the story. So yeah, lie. Anyway,
right.
so that's probably it.
This has been really fun. Like I was
has
saying, really excited about the new content. Can't wait to find out more next week. Thank you for joining us,
Yeah.
Sean.
I'm sure.
Sean,
plugs?
I did that
You
on the
get
other
plugs?
show too. Sean, thank you.
Wait, we have a
Friend,
couple
thank you.
plugs.
Oh yeah, you want to plug some stuff? Go for it.
As always, be sure to download the IGN app on your phone, on iOS or Android. Very important to us, would really help us out. It's a better experience than m.ign.com. Check us out on PS4 or Xbox One. We're there. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Check out our Facebook and everywhere in between. You can follow all of us. I'm at Friend Marabella.
At Destin Legary.
At Shot by Finnegan.
There you go. And then I also wanted to make a special mention. The Planet Destiny guys, I was playing with them.
Oh, yeah.
We were on Twitch going for my Scarab. I was playing with Pope Bear and some of those folks over there. But they invited me to be on the show, so it sounds like I'll be on the show tomorrow. Very excited about that. But likewise, they want us to be part of the showdown. You know, when you can game the matchmaking so we can meet up. I think we all know.
I will get destroyed.
Yeah, I'm sure I will too. But
I'm
for
so
fun,
rusty and
I
Crucible.
will destroy, but you guys got to come over to Xbox One.
Yeah, so Sean's on Xbox One, but I did want to officially acknowledge and thank those guys because they're awesome. We will figure it out. We don't know when the date will be.
Yeah.
And Sean, sorry you got to get on PS4. We'll figure that out, but that should be fun. That was all.
All right. Guys, thank you. Thank you. And until next time, Guardians out.